We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hi there, Interghost here, and this is just a quick update from the Retro Revival event from this weekend. So I went along to Walsall to meet up with a few fellow YouTubers for the Retro Revival Generation X Expo or gathering, and it's one I've been to a couple of times, not at this venue but the same thing, Retro Revival, and it's pretty much more of the same. If you've been to one of these things, you know what to expect. It's sort of a few rooms of old retro consoles and computers set up with piles of games next to them so you can have a go on them. There wasn't that many arcade machines, but yeah, arcade machines, and there was a little room with a few pinball machines in. There was a stage with some sort of competitions going on, Street Fighter and things like that, with is it Dave Perry from Games Master doing commentary on there. That was pretty cool. And then down the far end of the building there were some talks going on. I listened to the Spectrum Next talk. But the main reason I go along to these events is just to meet up with a few old friends which I've known from other events from years gone by. I've been doing this for now, was it 8-9 years, something like that. And so I met up with Gashead Steve, Metropolis, Shock 16, and I went along with my mate Paul, which you've probably seen in quite a few of my other videos. And we hired an apartment this time instead of going to a hotel, which is really good. So, you know, living area, kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom. But it's just good to have like a communal area for us all just to hang around and chat and that sort of thing. And yeah, the event overall was okay. Like I said, once you've been to one or two, they're all pretty much the same. And to be fair, you don't really end up looking at many of the games on the consoles, which is quite funny. It's more about just hanging around, talking to your friends, having a look at the stalls. Although a lot of the people selling things there, they're way overpriced, even by eBay standards. There's a few games you think, oh yeah, that sounds quite good, and you look it up on eBay and it's cheaper. I know they need to make a profit, but I think, yeah, most of the stalls are overpriced in there. I did do a few pickups. Like I said, because of the pricing of the games, I didn't go for anything exciting. There was a guy there called, I think it was Retro Dirt, and as you can tell by the name, was just selling dirt cheap, common games. So one of the consoles I still collect for is Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, and he was doing games for £5 for 6 games, and some of the games had stickers on the backs which were like £3 each. So obviously those games didn't actually sell, so he stuck them all in one box, and yeah, so I got 12 for a tenner, and as you can tell, a lot of them are crap, but it's just to add to the collection. So you've got like Mary Kate and Ashley, and where's another good one? Bob the Builder, Tweenies, 102 Dalmatians, Scrabble Scramble, Let's Ride, Crazy Frog Racer. But then there was a couple of hidden gems, or you know, okay-ish games in there as well. So I got a few of those. So I got Turok 2, which are quite interesting to see what that's like on a handheld system. Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 3. I'm not sure if I got this one. I know I've definitely got 1 and 2. SpongeBob SquarePants Creatures from the Krusty Krab. A Mega Man Battle Network 5 Team Proto Man. So that might be quite a good one. And this one was my favourite pickup, and that's Golden Sun, which is a game I used to have, and I know that's a really decent game. So that was the only games I picked up, which I paid for. I did pick up a Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus user guide, just because this was something I had back in the day which came with the Spectrum. This was only actually 25p, and it's, you know, it's just got old specky programming in there, and it's just sort of like nostalgia really. For 25p, can't go wrong. And I picked up, this was from Retro Dirt as well, some Skylanders. I think these were free for £1. So these were for my son Jack. Got this guy, and this guy. And then Gasset Steve was picking up a few Skylanders for his wife, I think. And just to make up the bundle, he got these two as well, which he didn't really want, but he said I'd bring these back for Jack as well. So thanks for that, Steve. And then finally, there was a box of stuff which they were just giving away because it was rubbish. So why not? So I got a boxed Cars, yeah, on Game Boy Advance. It's a bit crushed, but the game's in there, the instructions in there. So why not? I've got a Star Wars Trivial Pursuit DVD game, which I'll be playing with the boys. Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 3 for nothing. So, and a Game Boy Advance Essentials pack. So you got the charger, the car charger, screen light, and link cable. Pretty decent. There were also people there who had made their own games, and this was a game I played. It's a brand new Mega Drive game called Tanglewood, and they gave me an art card. Basically you play as a fox. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, it was really good. It's sort of like in the testing phase, and had a go on that, and it just felt really nostalgic, like it's a game which came out in the 90s. And yeah, really good game, so hopefully that goes well. And the last little story I want to tell is that we did go out in the evening, and only me and Shocks were the last men standing, as we always are. And we thought we came out of the club and we'd have a walk back to the apartment, mainly because when we went to go and get a taxi, it was kicking off in the street, and it was a very rough area. So we started walking, and we thought we was walking the correct way, but it turns out I think we turned left instead of right, and ended up doing a whole tour of Walsall by the looks of it. And after about an hour and a half of walking around, we finally, well, all the way along we were like waiting for a taxi to flag down, didn't see one. We eventually found one, got a taxi, got in about 4:30 in the morning, and we was totally shattered. So that was a funny end to the evening. We went in, the sun was coming up, the birds were singing, and then we were waking up by the other guys sort of 7 o'clock in the morning, so we only had like 3 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep. But yeah, things you do. So thanks for watching. Nice to meet everybody who was there. I'm going to forget people, so I'm not going to name everybody. Tutti UK and Cajones Deloro, Daz, nice to meet you, mate. And there was a load of other YouTubers there, which unfortunately I didn't really know who most of them were because I've been out of the community for so long. But it was really nice to meet you all. If you did meet me, leave me a comment below and I'll come and check your channel out, as I'm trying to get back into it all. But yeah, good event and really nice to see everybody. Hope to do it again soon, and thanks for watching. Cheers. Yeah, but the main reason so one of the consoles which I still collect for. And finally, there were some people there who had. So finally, there were people there. So finally, what's wrong with me? So also, there were